Hello, my name is Sam Hill. This is kind of an impromptu kind of stream. I was up early watching Lonnie. I don't know this lady. She seems very nice. And she talked about Josh X. And I saw Alex the Finger was up on Lonnie's attacking Josh. So I'm kind of interested in this story. A new person, Lonnie. Again, interesting. And there's some kind of conflict between Lonnie and Josh X, who I've really come to like. But I'm no simp for Josh X. And to hear Lonnie talk about Josh X, it seems like Josh X was inappropriate with her. And I'm no simp, but I want to talk. And if anybody, hey, RJ Adventures, how you doing? I don't know how long I have. It'll probably be short. When my wife wakes up, I'll stop. But I was up early and I got interested in this conflict between Lonnie and Josh X. I thought Lonnie was very nice and handled the situation with Josh X probably perfectly. Hey, Steppian. Um, then this Alex the Finger gets involved. I think Josh was he on his own stream? I forget, but uh, Josh X, I didn't hear this part. Was it on Poons? But Josh X started talking about Lonnie, making like there was something going on. And I don't believe Josh X on this one. I got to give it to Lonnie. Lonnie would have no reason to lie. So I believe Lonnie. And here, Fraulein is coming backstage saying hello. Hey, um, what disturbs me is Lonnie seems a good person, but then Alex the Finger intrudes and defends Lonnie. This is the wrong person to defend any woman because this guy, Alex, is a real slime bucket, verbally abusive. He's been dumped. And unfortunately, I know this guy and he's come up and he's just a terrible guy. So I think Lonnie is being contaminated by this Alex. Who is this crummy human being to go against Josh? And again, I'm no simp for Josh, but by now, I think most of us understand that Josh X gets drunk and says things he later regrets. But it stinks on ice that Alex the Finger maintains or seems to suggest that Alex the Finger is like a better guy than Josh X, and it's just not. He's not. So I want to weigh in here. If anybody want to come up, I think it's listed. I don't know how long I'll be. It's horrible. Josh X is a flawed, funny guy, and he don't like me to talk about his past. But I kind of have to, even though he won't like it because he's very humble. Josh X, again, he doesn't want me to mention it, but comparing the two, let's do so. Josh X gets drunk, and maybe he gets drunk because of past experience serving the United States of America. And he's experienced trauma. Now, I don't know why he drinks so much, but this man, without going into it, put his life on the line for our country. And he gets drunk. Someone said he's boring. He's not boring. He's really interesting and he's fun. And but he drinks a lot and says things, as I mentioned, he regrets. This Lonnie was talking to Josh or something, and Josh, I think, said the wrong thing. I believe Lonnie, maybe Josh misinterpreted. You can see that, right? You can, because Josh gets so mad and drunk, but he seems like a really good guy. But whatever, 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 he has sacrificed and is humble about it, opposed to a really slimy, scummy guy who he admits verbally abuses women. It's horrible that Alex would pretend to be a good guy and defend Lonnie. I think Lonnie is cool by herself and needs no creep. Needs no creep like Alex the Finger to defend her. So I'm not really defending Josh. I think he's wrong to not tell the truth about a supposed relationship, Josh X and Lonnie, which I don't believe he has. And I think Lonnie has every right to dispute Josh X. But whoa, to have a guy like Alex come up. I was listening to Lonnie fast forward last night. It's disgusting. So welcome to SHA early in the morning. I don't know if I'll keep it up. Alex the Finger and Josh X. And by finger, I mean disgusting Alex. He soaps up his finger and he puts it up his anus. Ooh, how impressive this guy is. Josh, obviously, is loved by his father, has fun. Did he have a dispute with Poon? Oh, Poon. Oh, should we bring up Poon Handler, whose last woman said he's a pathologic liar. Pathologic liar. Both of these men have been verbally abusive toward women. Poon says he's done indefensible things, including, to me, selling his pet for slaughter. And this Alex, oy vey, so desperate for women, as he should be, because no woman should be with this slime bucket. No woman should be with this slime bucket, Alex, who I know too well, and should smash him. He's a disgrace to the United States. So we have Josh X, who, as Rachella has said in Cool Rachella, Josh says things and does things drunk that he later regrets. But come on, between the two of them, yeah, Josh X can be crude and rude and wrong, but comparing the two, Josh X is a prince. This guy, Alex, is one of the worst human beings on here. Dumped by the last three women. And I said to him, I'm tired of fighting with you, slime bucket. Just don't mention my wife. Don't mention my wife, and I won't go after you. Because he's in a relationship online with a really good lady, I think. And this lady should be warned uh, with the truth. The truth is that the last 3 women involved with this creep, Alex, have been hurt. They've been hurt by Alex, and they can't stand Alex. Caitlin calls him a horrible human being. And this slime still goes after Kate. One of the women, Sarah, served in the military, wants nothing to do with him. And the last one, Miss Buttsmell, says again, Alex is horrible and verbally abusive. And what Alex does not deny, Alex put his hands on Miss Buttsmell and left bruises. Whoa, that's just wrong. Lonnie is right. Lonnie seems to have handled Josh X perfectly, calling him out in a gentle way, but making her point. And I don't really know her. First time I watched her show, she seems really intelligent and kind and no punk. And she's right to go after Josh X. But Alex, who is Alex to go after anyone? Now, do I have animus? Do I dislike Alex? Absolutely. But I get tired of fighting with this slime bucket. So I said, no more going after you, Alex. Just don't mention my wife. And of course, he mentions my wife. Oh, he says she picks her nose and is a peasant. Well, she's no peasant. She comes from a middle-class Filipino family of teachers, mainly teachers. She's a nurse. And he goes after... In Filipino society, they have some gross, to me, things they do, like pick their nose. But my wife doesn't pick her nose. She works not in a hospital, she's a nurse, but in an old retirement home where there's old people, and she works in memory care with Alzheimer's, and she does groovy stuff. Alex said his mom is a nurse and does groovy stuff, and yet he attacks nursing. Caitlin, who had the misfortune of being around this Alex the Finger, who smells like cat piss and BO. This is from the last woman who was with him. This creep. Poor Lonnie. I don't know if she knows about Alex. How has Alex helped America? How has Alex helped anybody? I call him a B student, but my view is now that the reason he can't get a job based on his educational background is I think he dropped out of a second-class university. I think he dropped out. Here's a guy who drops out. He's totally alone. He has no money, never served our country. He denigrates women. He really does. He's horrible toward women. And guess who he pairs up with? Poon Handler. Oh, the Bobbsey twins of charm for women. Both of them have mistreated women. The last woman Poon was with called him a horrible person too, but a pathologic liar. And that's how I understand Poon, that he lies. And this guy lies, makes fun of my wife. I think he's dangerous to women. I think he doesn't like women. I think Poon has trouble with women. I think both of them have trouble with smart, intelligent women. And on my last stream, JK came up and was nice to Alex the Finger, but basically destroyed this guy because she's smart. And I don't know why women don't notice the obvious. Both these men don't like strong women. don't like strong women. I think it's pretty obvious. And both have defiled women. This Alex the Finger put his hands on Miss Butt Smell, left bruises. And Poon, at one point, in my view, tortured a woman years ago. But I think he psychologically tortured, Poon did, a really, really good woman who calls him a pathologic liar. So obviously, Poon sold me down the river. And Alex has just been around for years, and we can banter. I like to bring him up and make fun of him. But oh, did JK, a college teacher, destroy this idiot, Alex? So good for Lonnie, defending herself. I think Josh did lie. I think maybe he misinterpreted when he gets drunk that he thinks maybe women are interested in him, but certainly I don't think Lonnie was, and I take Lonnie's side. But to be defended by Alex the Finger is disturbing. I could go on and on what Alex has done through the years. He still goes after a good nurse. Is it the fault of the women? You all? Is it the fault of the women? 3 women who dumped him? Is it the fault of a woman years ago who put out a restraining order on Alex the Finger when Alex admits he broke in to a house where his ex-girlfriend was, XXX, found her with a guy? I mean, she was the ex. He beat up the guy and said, and all of a sudden, the girl, her head hit the headboard. She put out a restraining order on Alex the Finger, as did Miss Butt Smell. And how many other women has he denigrated and hurt? And so, wow. He says he got a girlfriend now, and she's well liked. She's a mod. I don't know if she's currently a mod because I hit the wrong button, and there went all the mods. But Steffi Ann is a good lady, and I want to warn her. But Steffi Ann has been around, and she knows what a creep this is. But that's her business in a way. I just want to say that Steffi Ann is a good lady. I don't want her hurt, and hopefully they really don't meet. And not good outcomes when this guy meets women. But make sure he's very paranoid and jealous. Alex the Finger. So Steffi, just make sure you have good locks. If he comes over, hire yourself a bodyguard. So when Alex the Finger comes in and meets with you, the bodyguard is outside the door. This guy, really, Steffi Ann, is one of the worst people I've met on the internet. And I banter with him. I like to make fun of him. He's a nothing, Steffi Ann. He's a nothing, Steffi Ann. He I believe he's a dropout. His father must be ashamed of him. He's made like he was an American, but he was born in Australia. So is there some kind of shame in that? Why would a guy lie about being where he's from? He says racist things. He's just a real creep. And that's basically it. And I'm not going to be on here long. I know I always say that, but I'm starting this late in the morning. Usually I go much earlier. But that's all I wanted to say. I'm kind of interested in Josh. And yeah, I'm disappointed that Josh said inappropriate things about Lonnie and maybe other women. But Josh has served our country. Josh is truly funny. Josh has charisma. This guy, Alex, has anger. Angry Alex, and he has a finger and shove it up your mouth, your soapy finger, you son of a bitch. Why would I say that? Do you know my wife? Those of you who follow me, she doesn't come up here much, does she? Sometimes she'll be in the background. And last time, Alex wanted to question her, and she was just walking by. Okay, wife, come on over here, because the truth will set us free, and I have nothing to hide. And he's asking her questions. I said, well, maybe I ask her because he says I live in an apartment. I own my own house. So she clears up truthfully questions from this slime bucket. Then he sneaks in, is he over 16? She says, no, there's no script. She's just walking by, but he doesn't want the truth. He says, I live off a teacher's pension, even though I only taught for 2 years. So I took out my portfolio and I've talked money with Notco, who works in the business world, is successful, and other people, and I'll answer any money questions. I deal with a lot of property taxes, stocks on equity, blah, blah, blah. This guy, folks, what does he have? He has a partnership with a guy named Poon who wished rape on JK and got caught in a lie because I called Poon out and other people did. And a month went by and Poon would not apologize directly to JK. Finally, after a month and a half, I think Poon lied and said, oh, it was a prank. It was no prank. This guy Poon doesn't take responsibility. Oh, these successes at life. And there's a likability of Poon, but I get tired of his line. And when I heard he wished, I'm going to change the word up now. I don't think YouTube likes the word said too much. Grape. When Poon wished grape on JK, that was it. I called it out. And then Poon went on a racist rant against Asians. Month and a half later, he lied, I believe, and said, oh, it was a prank. It was no prank. Poon, I believe, is racist against Asians, and I don't think he likes women. He doesn't act like he likes women, and he chooses some good women, but they dump him. You see what these guys two have in common? Whatever you say about me, I've been with my wife 6 years. I had a good first marriage until it went back. Isn't it strange that you can have 4 good years and 1 bad year and people call it failure? And I can't call it failure because I have 2 boys from it. Then I had an annulment wife, a woman who wanted to marry me, who faked a pregnancy, but she wanted to marry me, didn't she? So I like women. I get along. I love my mama. Yeah, I've had issues with my father for sure. But I like women, and I hope that comes across because I do. And my favorite are smart women. And in the last stream, the star meaning in this small world, the highlight people of the last stream were 2 women, JK, smart teacher, and Lemonade, who came off the best I think she ever has, because she was talking to a good JK without agenda, and frequently Lemonade will spar with people like Miss Butt Smell who have agendas. But I think you saw in the last stream 2 smart women, and they kind of made friends, which is super cool. But JK did tear apart through her intellect this finger guy. This finger, who he sticks his finger up his anus all the time. He says to clean it, but Dr. Freud is clearly a substitute. And this guy is disgusting because he's gay for me. Nothing around gay, but he attacks gay, which he himself obviously has homosexual inclinations, which he won't acknowledge. He got caught searching for gay porn, and he's some bullshit answer. I talk about some minor decadence when I was 17, over 2 decades ago, and he rushes off and does polls. Clearly, this guy, Alex, has mental problems. Are you going to argue with me? I could go on and on. You should talk to David Walsh, who I don't like. But David has some good points about how deviant this guy is. And he's anti-gay, even though he's clearly got those gay instincts. Nothing against gay people for sure, but against people who denigrate gay, who themselves, like Nat Lowe, I think, are bisexual or gay. And Nat Lowe, in fact, who had Nat Lowe, not Nocto, Nat Lowe, had attacked gay people, calling them, quote, faggots, unquote, and later turned out himself to be bisexual, as he said. So it's these hypocrites. Alex clearly doesn't like women. Oh, really? Sam, prove it. Okay. He got dumped by the last 3 women he was with, and they went after him. And the last one, he put his hands on. Now, I went after Miss Butt Smell because she did wrong too. She threw something at Alex. But come on, folks, the last 3 women, and he still attacks a nurse. He attacks Caitlin, Princess SHA. He still attacks her. Yeah, I have animus. My wife's a nurse. You know who was a nurse? Alex's mother. And if you want to psychoanalyze why Alex doesn't like strong women, Alex told us he walked in on his mother when she was with another man. It might be that simple, but he clearly has trouble with women, and especially smart women, much like Poon, in my view. You don't believe me? What are their real life relationships? They can find good women who reject them. And Poon's found himself a good lady who rejected him, and she's the one who called him pathological liar. Now, saying that, Poon's got a certain likability. I think he has different sides. I do. And did he call himself bipolar? Anyway, Poon, to me, is much better than this guy. Much better than this guy. Because I think Poon has a good side and he's got a bad side, but this guy is a psychopath. That's why he really can't be hurt. So there it is. Kudos to Lonnie for handling inappropriate Josh. But I dig Josh. And as Rachella says, and she's really smart, you kind of get Josh. He gets drunk, disregards some things, but at the heart, and I really feel this, and I have some private background I won't go into, but and Josh, I won't go into too much because Josh is humble. Josh is a hero in real life. So I don't know. I give him, I think he may have been hurt serving our country, but he seems at heart a nice guy, a funny guy, a charismatic guy who drinks a lot and, like Rachella says inappropriate things. And it seems like he got the messages from Lonnie wrong. And I believe Lonnie, and I don't know her well, but I would support her story that Josh got it wrong. And that's it. So Josh is very flawed, but at heart, I think Josh is a good guy, because later on, frequently, he'll apologize, he regrets. But this guy, have you ever heard him apologize? Maybe when he put his hands on Miss Butt Smell and left a mark. And she got mad at me because I don't like Miss Butt Smell. Miss Butt Smell doxed many people. Miss Butt Smell wished death upon me. Miss Butt Smell doxed a really, really good lady, Saucy Sue, who I had trouble with, but bottom line, what a great lady. And I'm proud to support Saucy Sue. who was a hero, is a hero to her son. And she loves her son most of all in the world. But it's because of Saucy Sue defending her baby, unborn, against a really mean creep coming at her with a broomstick. He had unscrewed the bristles of the broom going after her. But he got stabbed, the son of a bitch, because Sue stood up in the best sense of womanhood and motherhood, defended her baby and herself, and defeated this evil guy. What did Miss Buttsmell do between her taking psychoactive drugs, though probably legally prescribed, and drinking? Did Alex criticize her for 9 months? No, he supported her. Though I think he called out, he didn't support the doxing. Alex did not support the doxing. Did he? Well, guess what? Alex got together with one of the creepiest people on the internet, Mad Shangy, in my opinion, and tried to dox Rev's sister. And when I called him on it a couple of years ago, he said, yeah, I will dox. And he introduced himself as Alex the Doxer. What a hypocrite. What a hypocrite. But take it from the last 3 women, not me. So I don't know if Lonnie knows this guy. Again, she seems like a good person. I'm going to start to watch her. Very intelligent, funny. But Alex defending her, not the right person. And I don't think she needs defense. I think Lonnie handled herself, from what I listened to, very classy and well, with humor, but a smart lady. So if Lonnie continues with Alex, there might be problems, because Lonnie seemed like a really smart lady. Now, will Lonnie, will she forgive Josh? I don't know. That's not my business. I believe Lonnie and not Josh. But do we not give some credence to what this man has gone through, Josh? And yet he comes up, he drinks, he's not interested in money. In fact, he gives money. He helps people. He helped EFD, but he's very humble. But I know he gives out money and helps people. And I think he was obnoxious when it came to Lonnie. But as Rachella says, and I really respect Rachella, that's Josh. Don't approve what he does, but maybe the drinking stems from seeing hell, being in hell. And Josh has talked about it a little bit. Do we give Josh a little leeway? I do. But especially when he's attacked by a creep who I believe is sexually deviant. Do you stick your finger up your anus? No. Now, if you're homosexual and search for gay porn, that's fine. But his denying what he is, Alex, is disgusting. I think there's a lot of proof he doesn't like smart women. He may be attracted to them, and it all ends bad, doesn't it? Now, if it was one woman, I wouldn't draw inference. But Caitlin, who's a nurse, he outed this Kate's private operations on air. He goes at her, a good nurse, engaged. Why? Because Kate cucked this guy, Alex. Alex is creepy. He calls me creepy because I'm happily married for 6 years. He calls me a sex trafficker. Never happened. He lies, doesn't he? Alex lies. So that's it. I'll have Alex up because he is a B student. I believe he's a dropout, by the way. I just got that insight. Why? Well, to me, he's obviously B student. He's not a good thinker. But most of all, if you have a college degree, do you use it for employment? Most people do. He delivered packages. This guy, when I first knew him, Alex, would drive around Seattle. There's no doxing, smoking dope, and working and streaming. So ethically, he took money from his company while he violated obviously company rules. Do you think FedEx or some company allows their drivers to smoke dope and stream? What? But like Poon Handler, I guess this guy doesn't have to observe the law. I guess he can put his hands on Miss Butt Smell and not expect her to complain. But she did, and I don't like her, but she was right. Do not put your hands on a woman. The worst thing he talks about me over and over is during divorce, I got mad at my wife and I spit in her direction. And she forgave me. But that's the worst thing. It was terrible. This other stuff, he just makes up things about me. Him and Poon do that, don't they? That's it. Thanks for tuning in. I love women, especially smart women. Respect to JK. Respect to Lonnie, who seems very smart. Lemonade came up last stream, and she was allowed to be herself. And she's fairly smart. She's not a college prof like JK. But I was so proud that I think the best of my last stream were two women, two smart women, bonding, and JK just tore up this guy who puts his finger up his butt, had beat up a man years ago who was with his ex. This Alex last year maybe, wanted this foreman guy to come to a park to beat him up. There's something very wrong, and I do think, I'm not doing shtick, there are pathological elements to this Alex. I mean, what kind of life does he have, really? Shouldn't he have some money? We make fun of the fact he lives in Motel 6, but that's the lowest motel chain. And where's his apartment? I don't think he's telling the truth. I think he probably walked out on a lease. He doesn't tell the truth. But if he does tell the truth, would you choose to get an apartment or live in Motel 6s? And I joked the other day, he had cockroaches, and it didn't stop him, did it? Cockroaches don't stop him. Butt smell don't stop him. Ethics don't stop him. But real life stopped him because he doesn't have much of a life. But he has a life on YouTube. Oh, he's a YouTuber. Oh, pick up. Hey, Steffi, come on over to Motel 6. I'll try to get rid of the cockroaches. I got no money, but maybe enough for teriyaki chicken. By the way, I don't like smart women. The women I'm with dump me. I smell like cat piss, according to the last woman. I have body odor. I have back hair. Oh, he says he want no friends. He says, this Alex, if you want friends in your 40s, you're a fool. He just wanted a woman, and we know what he wanted the woman for. What a pathetic piece of shit you are, Alex. And poor Steffi. But Steffi, you must know who this guy is. I can still warn you, you're not going to listen, but oy vey. And I'll feel bad if he ever meets you, because I am sure he will hurt you. Why? Talk to the last 3 women he's dumped. RJ's Adventure. Good morning, Steph. This is Downrange. Is that a young Josh? It's a likeness of Josh. It's a likeness. Come on. I want to illustrate a truth. Josh doesn't like me to talk about this, so I'm kind of low key. You get the point? It's a likeness, but I don't think it's off very much. What's not off is his sacrifice for America. That looks like a picture the country took. The country Mounties take the best picture. Good morning, Mimi. And I saw Mimi on Nocto's stream. Really good guy, Nocto. Really smart. And Mimi is one of the best women I've met here. What a nice person Mimi is. We have some really nice people here. And Mimi is certainly one of the best people. I just want to finish with chat because it's past 7 o'clock in Cali. My wife may wake up. Downrange. I didn't have my sound on because I'm slow in the head. Let me catch up real quick. SHA, Kelsey. How you doing, Kelsey? Good to see you. Gone fishing. Here is Poon Handler, Crap Handler, who I used to like, and then he gave me up, and now he has these streams where he wants money. But I feel bad for Poon. I'm glad his foot is okay, and he's got good parts. He's got a likability. He's got a charisma that his bud doesn't have. Alex has, what talent does Alex have? Poon can tell a good story. Poon's had a life, right? Poon's had suffering. Poon's been loved, and Poon has a good side, but he's got a terrible side too. And I call him on it. He's let me down. I can't be his friend or bud because, as his last woman said, Poon will lie and be a pathological liar. And I given Poon a pass when I never should have. I never should have. But Poon's like that, right? He's likable, but if you really look at his character, he lets people down, as he says. But he's welcome here, I guess. I guess. Sam farts on his wife. No, I don't. I love my wife. I've been with my wife over half a decade. She's a nurse. Why do people even mention my wife like Poon? What has my wife ever done to anyone? She's not part of this. I'll bring her on every now and then. She walks by frequently, but why would people even bring her up? What does that say about Poon? Hey, Poon, how's your love? Oh, wait a minute. The last love said you're a pathological liar, right? Who are you with now? Oh, your love of your life? The love of your life you keep talking about? The one who says she wants nothing to do with you. Did I make that up? Am I making this up? People saying hello to Mimi, and I like that when people say hello. Poon Tang, he get no Poon. He get no Poon. Next time he gets Poon, he'll hop around. I make fun of his foot, but actually I'm glad, just a human being, that this man had an operation, and God willing, it's good. I think it is. He saved his foot. And honestly, if he gives up the past, if he gives up his meth, if he gives up his nastiness, if maybe when he says he talks to God, maybe he'll listen to the word of God, he'll change his life, and he'll have a good life. He's got it in him, I think. But he has to change. I don't mean to be pretentious, but church can't hurt a man like this. Being around good people helps. But who is he around? He's around a man who put his hands on a woman, right? So his best bud, both of you have problems with women, problems with the truth, problems with nastiness. But I don't think Poon is a psychopath. I think he knows, well, am I projecting? Probably. That family should come first. But he needs to move on. I moved on. I'll never have a perfect past because I couldn't keep my family together with my first wife. I acknowledge that. Now we're going to have another child. I have a chance at a whole family again. I'm not telling you if my wife's pregnant or not. I'll say we've been trying. And I'm a happy person. Basically, what will make me happier is having a child with my wife. We want a child. And so I'm working on it, right? I'm working on it. And maybe Poon is too. The guy's got some likability about him, which it hurts when someone you trust stabs you in the back. When Poon puts in his title, I kick dogs. When I love animals. When Poon just puts in bullshit. I'll go a little absurdist, but I say the truth about Poon. And I want to like Poon. People want to like Poon, but I think he needs to grow up. These guys like Poon and Alex, B-Sucks, they sound like adolescents. I'm telling you. Oh, let's go get drunk at the honky tonk. Oh, let's go fuck women. Sound like high school, junior high. He got himself a good woman, but sometimes it takes a while. With Alex, he's obnoxious and ugly, and he verbally abuses, and he buds with Poon Handler. Where are the good people around Poon Handler? By the way, Josh, I'm not sure about Josh. I like Josh, but I can't support things he said to Lonnie, right? But hopefully Josh gets it together. If he doesn't get it together, maybe it's because he served our country, what he must have gone through. Josh drinks too much, right? Drinks too alcohol, right? No big surprise. Some people like Jason, they're good people and they're good people when drunk. Other people, when they're drunk, are not, and they're mean. So most of us have a sense of goodness, I think. It's probably, we have to. Goes back to cavemen. We had to praise the quality, the trust of people, and real quick. So with Poon, it's all mixed up, the bad with the good. And he says he has mental illness. He cured. I don't think he's cured it. So cliche, yeah, I think talking to someone, a professional, would be good. I think he's savable. I think he can have a terrific life. I think he needs to move on. I think he needs to still have a relationship with his kids. And I think he loves his kids. I think they love him, but it's complicated, right? It's complicated when you split from the mother of your children. But hopefully in the future, it can get better and better. And most of all, I hope he moves on, finds a good woman or man, and starts to get out of that adolescence. It stops the meth. I don't believe it when he says he's off meth, but it might be. He gets manic when he goes days and days. Maybe that's just because he's not taking medication. Something's definitely wrong being up for 3 or 4 nights. Yeah, I go 12 hours, but I don't go three. Well, one time I went 28 hours. But yeah, deep down, Poon has a likability, and I kind of like the guy, but not when he lies. And I think Alex has really hurt Poon's stream. Poon used to have fun. And then when Alex joined, it becomes attack, attack, attack. Angry, angry, angry Alex. Hopefully, Poon doesn't copy Alex and sticks his finger up his butt. I was going to go parody and talk about Alex's finger wants to separate from Alex's body. And also, Alex's anus has trouble with the head of Alex. And the finger and the anus don't want a relationship. But maybe Alex wants the finger for anal preparation for a Poon handler. Because we know who the bottom would be if Alex is always prepping his butthole preparation. But seriously, Freud would call the finger a penis object. And whoa. Poor Poon, watch your butthole. There might be a finger or penis coming its way. keep Poon, keep Alex's finger or erect penile offensive force away from your butthole, I would say. Because Alex's finger can't be happy, and Alex's anus can't either. But that's the head, the B student dropout head brain of Alex telling the finger, get up the butt. And the anus says, no, not again. Stay away. No, Poon. Because Alex, the fact that Alex sticks a finger up his butt means he would be the bottom in the relationship. And there's something there, not kosher. Get my drift. That's it. I'm ready to go. Thanks for showing up. I'll just read chat and get off. I'm going through chat right now. Great to see you, Range. Long time no see. Downrange. That must be future Josh. Looks less patriotic. I had likeness up. Alex the finger. Come on. Who knows somebody sticks a finger up their anus all the time? Yeah, I have nothing against homosexuals. Just come out with it. And it's a finger it's a penis substitute. Let's get real. Freud could be a quack, but he had some truth to him. And Alex, would you want Alex in your neighborhood? Certainly not around the women. You don't know. You don't like women. You can tell. He'll come up and he'll defend. Lonnie, but the first time you say something this angry Alex don't like, he's gonna freak out, get angry, and but the smart woman will handle him like JK. Downrange. The TV box said that was white supreme hand gesture. I say I don't know what that means. What do you mean? That looks that looks like a picture. I think I read this before. Sorry. I'm looking for the picture. It's a likeness of someone serving our country. You dig? Where is it? I don't know. It's somewhere. Yeah, I got problems with Poon. He sold his pet, but he needs to have a different paradigm toward life. Do you think Poon is successful? So I was hoping this injury with his foot would make him a little humble, because he said the most important thing is pride. What are you proud of? What are you proud of? Really? Where is the likeness of Josh? I can't find it. You get my point. I'm just trying to be real. If Josh drinks, there might be a reason for it. And he doesn't, he's very humble. Most vets are, aren't they? I don't know where he's. This pig bothers me. It's Don. It reminds me of Don the pig. Get off, pig. Get away from this picture. What picture should I show? I don't. How about rise up, rise, rise up, rise up. Here's Russell Cook. I don't. Where's that picture of Josh? Likeness. I need to get out of here, but acknowledge chat. You took my wrench. No, what happened was I'm a tech dummy. I hit the wrong button, and everyone's mad at me. But if you show up, I'd like anyone on air. I'd like to give a wrench, but I've never been good at wrenches. If I'd like to give a lot, I do, right? Because I like most people. But then there's so many wrenches. Some new people come and they get timed out. So I'm not good with wrenches, but I swear I made a mistake. And then people who showed up in chat, I gave wrenches to. The mods were covered because when I did the wrong click and it got rid of all the mods, it didn't get rid of the managing mods. So yeah, it's a mess. Blame me. There's Cutie Pie. I talked about, I was watching Lonnie, who's impressive, but Josh had been inappropriate or saying the wrong things, implying that Lonnie and Josh had some kind of fun sexting. Or Lonnie said no. I believe Lonnie. And Rachel said that's Josh. And there's more about Josh I like. He's funny. He's interesting. He's given to our country. And he gets sober and he regrets, right? So, yeah, I don't know, Stepien. I think you're a really nice lady. You're modded, and it's your business. But part of me wants to warn you. Is that wrong of me? Because I've known Alex for years, and I see how he hurts women. Is he going to defend it? Is he going to attack Princess Kate? Is he going to deny that Sarah packed his bags and want nothing to do with him? A lot of us have seen the debacle between a woman with a history of wanting to be with abusive men. We've seen that, right? A lot of us. I was interested. I followed. Was Alex good for butt smell? I don't think so. She got worse and worse. He just stayed bad. But it bothers me. Stefiani took mine too. It's not that I took it. I made a mistake. Why would I do that? I knew people would get mad once I made that mistake. But then again, I think it's a better chat if more than half don't have wrenches. I think it helps the chat, but we'll see. I gave some wrenches when people showed up. I felt bad. But no, Steffian has always been nice. Cutie Pie, Rachella is a managing mod, and I listen to her. And I thought she had a good view about Josh and Lonnie, like, don't excuse him, but that's Josh. And maybe there is an excuse if you serve our country and go through hell. But I still like Josh, but I'm not a simp, and I think he did wrong by Lonnie. But I wanted to see the one-on-one between Alex the Finger and Josh, but the stream was down. So I didn't see that. But we all know that Alex gets angry. Oh, there's my wife. So I got to go soon.
Where are you going?
Well, I want to get off so I can be with you.
No, it's fine.
It's fine? No, it's not fine. I want to be with her.
No, it's fine.
No, I want to be with you.
Fine.
I know it's fine, but
No, fine.
see, very, very nice. Maybe she wants her time alone. I don't know. Josh says inappropriate things. It's kind of his thing. Yeah, it's kind of his thing. But I don't know. I was on air with Josh. Alex didn't like it, but we were having fun. You see, Josh is funnier than Alex. Is not that funny. He's not that funny. And Josh and I were I don't think Poon probably minded. Actually, Alex said we were making fun of Poon. Mainly, Josh and I were making fun of this slime bucket, Alex. Don't, if you ever meet him, I wouldn't want to shake his hand. Maybe a finger on his hand just got out of his anus. You want to shake it? I don't. I don't want to be by the guy. Would you really want Alex in your neighborhood? Can we be honest? Angry Alex. Never served his country. Doesn't like women. Goes off on my wife. I got tired of fighting him. I said, just don't mention my wife. Of course he did. What did my wife ever do? Yeah. People who serve in the military to me are heroes. They don't do it for the money, do they? Enough. I need to go. My wife says I don't have to. I can do this, but I want to go see her. I want to be with her. Who attacks a good woman? Who attack? Oh, my audio's going. Right? Isn't my wife innocent? He calls my wife a peasant. No, she comes from a middle-class family in a very poor country. What about him? Alex comes from a very wealthy country, and he lives at the cheapest of motels, hotels, Motel 6. Where are the comments? I like people saying hello. It's a group of people, some of whom know each other, and it counts. Hours and hours saying hello, getting to talk to each other. Really, really some cool people. And I must admit, most are the women, right? I like dudes. I do. But women carry the values. So it makes me feel good when women here say hello. Good women. Hammy, Kelsey, Rachella, one of the best. RJ's Adventure. Are you a woman? I mean, I know you, but Sam, I found a likeness I think you'd love. I wish I could share it with you. Well, you're one person I trust. So if you ever want to come on air, you could share. I do trust some of these. Cutie Pie. She goes all over, and what a good person I found you to be. Sugar Crits. I don't think I've seen you in a while, but welcome. Mimi. Honest, nice, genuine, generous, person of faith, person who gets along with most people, calls out bad. I just like women who lie about being pregnant. Yeah, how do you like that? But she loved me. I'm the one she lied about. I'm talking about my second. Well, legally, I got annulment. So What was she my wife? The judge at the time said this woman committed fraud on me. I married her. I did not want to get married, at least for a while. I didn't love her enough to get married, but I did because she said she was pregnant. And I don't castigate any woman who's had an abortion. I mean, I personally am not for it, but I don't want anyone to be punished. But when it came to it, woman I thought was pregnant. I married her, and I loved her, but not like I loved my first wife or my wife now, who I love the most. So I married her, and then she said uh, she lost the baby. I felt bad, and I went through some papers, some medical papers. She had been to the doctor and filled out a questionnaire, and I saw where it asked, "Have you ever been pregnant?" She marked no, and then I knew, and went through an annulment. But we were still kind of friendly afterwards. So I never ended up any financial obligation. She wanted to marry me, have a child by me. We still remained in contact. And then she went back. She grew up near Pittsburgh, and we stayed in contact, but we're not close. Anyway, we were at one point. Fraulein came up. Fraulein comes backstage, says hello, kind of nice, then goes away. I assume she's German. Rachella. 420 Moon. I like Josh a lot. I do too. It's just I can't defend when he was inappropriate with Lonnie. So at this point, between him and Alex, it's pretty obvious. One's a good man, though flawed, and Alex really. How do you defend Alex? Really, I'd listen. He has no money. What good has he done years on the internet but attack people? He's hurt women for sure. He doesn't help society. He doesn't want friends. He hasn't served in the military, not that everybody does. And he attacks good people like me and currently Josh. Going through chat. I don't, I try to present a form in chat, but know that it doesn't mean I support the comment. But if the person doesn't go past boundaries, I think they have a right to be heard. So here's Daria talking about Lonnie, who I don't know. I just listened to her a little bit. She seemed like a nice lady and funny and smart, but I don't know her. So let's get a different point of view. Now, I should have some kind of background up. You all will realize how Lonnie is sooner than later. You think her old community is really just a bunch of haters who are jealous? Lowell, have a good day. So here's a warning, and I take it in, and I'm open to the truth, right? So I'm just commenting on what I've seen. But here's one person saying, look out, Sam. Look out. But everything I think I've said about Josh is true, maybe. That Josh said Lonnie was sexting or having fun. Lonnie denies it. So next, I'd like to hear from Josh. But here's a warning, which we have to take into account till we know, right? Fraulein. I'm swimming lanes and only look at my phone every now and then. Yeah, do other stuff. Do other stuff. I'll be do other important stuff, and I'll be the background, no problem. Or just talk to each other. Butt smell. Who is that? Uh, long story. I'll try to make it short, Mimi. That Alex, the finger, had an online relationship with what's her name? I think of her as butt smells so much. May Noodles, right? They got together in real life, and then they broke up. And then May told us that Alex smelled like cat piss, had BO, and Alex told us that during sex, that the woman had butt smell. So after the woman said that she wished death on me, partly because I defended Slime Bucket Alex. Alex had left bruises on the woman, right? And I called that out. But I also said that Miss Butt Smell had picked up a metal grinder, which is fairly heavy, grind marijuana, and threw it at him. So Miss Butt Smell didn't like that I was telling the truth. They both are wrong. They both could have been charged. I think they should have. But now, because she wished death on me, it's my way. I don't dox like butt smell.
I need to turn off the heater, husband.
Oh, yeah, turn off the heater. It's kind of hot. I call her butt smell because Alex said she had butt smell. Didn't stop him. His BO didn't stop her. I have waterproof earbuds because he'd been swimming. Kelsey. I've never heard of them, but the name's it's hilarious because she got butt smell. And her butt has come into it because she had a butt twerk to humiliate Alex. So that's what happens, right, Mimi? These online relationships, the people get together just about all the time. They have problems. And then we all find out too much information. Once upon a time, Marie told us that her once boyfriend asked her, Marie, to pee in her mouth. Well, that's too much information, but it's hard to get out of our brains, right? It's so disgusting. I mean, not to offend people who like urination, but to me, it's kind of disgusting. Yes, he does help people. Who helps people? Josh does. Josh is popular, but I'm not a simp. So I kind of believe if Lonnie says that Josh did not have this kind of relationship with her, I tend to believe Lonnie. But we should hear from Josh, correct? Josh X gave lots of money to Wendy, good guy. Lots of money, EFD. He seems like a really good guy who drinks too much. And look, he's flawed, right? He's flawed. To me, he shouldn't use the N-word. Should not use the N-word. Sometimes, by accident or not, he flashes like he had flashed some breasts. I think of Spooky. So it's hard when you get that drunk. But he seems to me to have a good heart, to be funny. He's charismatic. He's good on air. He can tell a story, unlike Alex. Alex is just angry, isn't he? He defends his friend, but his friend Poon wished grape upon a woman. And then to me, lied about it. It was obvious after a month and a half, Poon said, oh, it's all a prank. Well, first of all, wishing grape upon a woman, where's the funny in that? He went off against Asians for a long time. Where's the prank in that? No, Poon has made racist remarks, calling one lady, quote, a jig, unquote, just good for sucking orally white men. That's disgusting. I called Poon out. But I think Poon has problems too. I think Poon, he does take meth, in my opinion, or something's wrong, but he's got a good part too. I think Poon has a good part. This guy, Alex, does not have a good part. I've never seen a good part. But there you go. He's referring to May Noodles, butt smell. Sam kicked it. Here he is. I didn't kick a dog. You see what he does. I got a lot of feelings about this guy because I helped him, and he's talked about it. I helped him. I said, "Don't tell anybody I helped you. Don't tell anybody. It's too private. I didn't help you, Poon, to have people say, 'Oh, Sam was cool.' No, I didn't. It takes away from kind of the cool part of helping Poon." And Poon said he could never repay me. Well, not only that, he said horrible things about me, lied about me, and I don't want to go into. So it's you find out here, just like in life, who your real friends are. And Poon, I thought at one point he could even come to my house to fix stuff, and we go drink and have fun. But then I'm glad I found out that he's not to be trusted because he gave me up. And that time I helped him, first he lied about it. I helped him for 3 hours. He said 8. And then he told people about it. So disappointment, right? Then you find out who the really good people, like Rachella has only been honorable, I think. So I still trust. Charlotte still trusts. Sam, I would go to Motel 6. Okay, what are you going to do about the cockroaches? Steffi, just don't let them put a finger up your anus. Would you agree to that? Brittle Mafia. I have on here, you like some people, but most of them maybe you have a little problems, but you still like him. Like I still like Brittle Mafia, even though he thought he was doxing me. Right? I think a lot of people are like that with Brittle Mafia, that we don't support like his doxing, but when you need him, he seems to be there. When Wazzy Doggy was trying to make criminal trouble with his German lady, Brittle Mafia came forth and kind of showed how creepy this Wazzy Doggy was. And oh, by the way, he doxed him too. But this was a guy, Wazzy Doggy, who's done terrible things. So generally, I like Brittle Mafia, but not everything he does. And out of respect for Brutal Mafia and another person, I won't bring up personal stuff. Other people will, but sometimes you like two people and things happen, and you don't want to go against one. You don't want to pick. And I know I'm not being obvious, but Brutal Mafia might know what I'm talking about. That I like Brutal Mafia and someone else. And I feel bad for real life things that happen. But I would say to Brutal Mafia, you probably won't get this. Just honor and appreciate the good times. Real life. Had a good first marriage, except the end. And then everybody says it was horrible. No, what about the good times? Real life. Right? So I won't go into it unless you want me to, but that was for Brutal Mafia. I'm persistent, Sam, and I never. Well, sometimes you need to give up. if it's with a man who admits he verbally abuses women, why do you want to be with that person? Good morning, Navigator. Lucille, how you doing? Poon and Alex get views. Not really. No, the truth is, and I appreciate views. I do, but I also appreciate the fact that the big guys and gals, like who's that guy Butt Smell didn't like was with, gets 700 live views. Granny gets 800, 900, 1,200 live views. So do this for fun. If I've gotten 60 before, a couple times 100 live views, but let's be real. And Josh gets this too. This is for fun. Look, if you don't get fun, you need to quit, because when we leave, 2 weeks go by and very few people are going to talk about us. Even the people get a lot of views. So seriously, and I've thought this over and over, be in the moment, have fun. I tell this to my wife, be in the moment, and walk away and don't think about it very much. Poon gets views. He goes off, and I don't see a lot of people talking about him. Alex went off for a year and a half, and 3 times in a year and a half, people mention it. So isn't that true, you guys? Let's value this time. I woke up early. Now I need to go be with my wife, but appreciate it. The view thing is cool. If I got 100 live views, I've gone a couple times. I like it, right? But I don't want 10 and under. That feels like a flop. But 44 views right now. Thank you very much. Most of all, you see there's good people in chat. Alex respects Steffian. Hey, Lucille, you want to buy a bridge in Brooklyn? Alex has told us he wants no friends, and he wants a woman for friendship. We all know what he wants a woman for. Now, here comes somebody. They went away. People show up backstage, and do they want a porn bomb? I don't know. I will keep up a banner when they go away. When the banner is up, I suspect they're up to no good. But if you want to come up, you need to do it quick, because when I get to the end of chat, I will go up. Probably by popular demand. Lucille. Okay, here's an attack against me. They don't break boundaries, so I'll highlight it and answer it, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. Let's find out. Lucille, how awful to bring up Poon's last girlfriend, who he was in love with. You're not righteous. Poon's brought her up. She's been in this chat, and I didn't mention her name, did I? I don't think that's awful. I think we're all to be held accountable for what we say on air. And he used to bring it on air. So I don't agree with you at all. I think we're all accountable. You can mention me, but Poon makes up things about me. I don't kick dogs and this other crap. Are you going to call him out, Lucille? You're going to call him out? How about, Lucille, when Poon for years would make fun of a sexual assault against me at 16? You going to call out Poon, Lucille? He did that. He'd say, I had an incident 16 against me. And for years, he would bring up finger in the butt. And I knew he wanted a reaction, like I get mad. So I didn't get mad. And finally I said, wait a minute, I should get mad. So I called him on it. And Lucille, you think that's okay? So finally, after years, I called him on it. He said, as an excuse, well, he didn't believe me. Why did you don't believe me? Why would I make that up? Well, to get sympathy. Well, I didn't bring it up on air. I wrote about it, writing about my life. 2 or 3 people read it, and then a slime bucket brought it on air. And ever since, Poon has made fun of it. Do you agree with that, Lucille, that he should have made fun of a sexual assault upon me? And then when I called him on it, his excuse, he didn't believe. Of course, why would I make that up? He believed me. It's true. It happened. But just like, hey, Lucille, how about when Poon wished grape on a good woman, JK, college professor? You going to call that out? Is that okay to bring up? Well, Poon brought it up. Is that okay? I called it out. She called it out, JK. She's a strong woman. She called it out. She called him out. And finally, he lied and said it was a prank. He lied about it. Is that okay to bring up? It happened on air. But it's awful that I don't even bring up this lady's name. That he was terrible to her. Did Poon deny that he lied to her? I don't think so. So I think it's unfair, Lucille. If you call me out, what about him wishing grape? I changed the word upon a woman. You going to call him out? Let's see. David Folds, one of the managing mods, doesn't time out people very much. Very trustworthy, a hero in his own right for calling out a flasher, horrible person. David was one of the first people to go against not late pervert. So David actually earned managing mod. He's fair. He's bright. He's no simp. Believe me. If he disagrees with me, he'll call me. And that's what SHA is. You see, I brought up negative comments. Butt smell had an echo chamber. When I was starting to have an echo chamber, I immediately changed it. And you can be critical of me here. No problem. Just don't bring up kids. Don't dox. Blah, blah, blah. Working on it is the best part about having babies. Yeah, it's fun practice, but sometimes it becomes too important for online. And the goal is procreation, which is what the Bible talks about. But maybe procreation without pressure. But yeah, it's still fun. We still get to the big O, right? Well, you got to help the lady sometimes. She got to help herself. Yeah, it's when I was a kid, my audio is giving out. Sorry. I'm dealing with my audio. Yeah, I thought like in movies, you on cable or something, you sneak R-rated when you're a kid. I thought, both people arrive at the big O, the pleasure spot, together. And then in real life, you figure it's pretty unusual and it's cool when it happens. But yeah. Lucille, and she is critical, and I don't think she's going over boundaries. And I like being challenged. I really do, because if I make a mistake, like I call Russell Cook Mr. Peepers, and people got mad at me, and I adjusted, or I was rude to JK. So sometimes I'm wrong, and cool people in chat will tell me, Sam, by what you say, you're a man in your late 30s, early 40s. I'm not in my 30s. Why don't you ever throw that in Alex and Poon's face? What? How about I say specific things they've said? So, Lucille, whatever my age, and I'm not, by the way, Poon asked my wife, who was just passing, am I old? Am I over 60? She said, just no, because I'm not. But I don't want to give specific information about my age, where I was born. Why? Why would I? Because I'm not doxxed, and I don't want to be doxxed. Do you think my family, they'd contact my family back east, especially most of my family's back east, bring up things about bats and stuff? And what about my work? I'm not even supposed to be on here, even though I no longer work for this organization. No, I don't want to be doxxed. Rachel has said, and she's a very attractive lady, she wishes she had never been on camera. That's a different issue. Why don't you ever throw that in Alex and Poon's face? I don't want to throw anything in their face, but bring up the truth. How about that? Wait a minute. I'll be right back. Here is someone I always bring up, usually bring up, and the only thing, Alex, is you can go at me, Alex. I went at you, but just stop once in a while. Sometimes you stop and we have a conversation, all right? And here is the man I'm attacking.
I had nothing to go to you about. All I have to say is, how are you defending Josh after what he did, implying that he ejacked with a girl he didn't ejack with, and she's quite
That's wrong. I didn't. I think that's
Incredibly
wrong.
wrong. It's really
Yeah.
fucked up. It's not just, he's a drunk and says inappropriate things. He's a disgusting little shit. And he lied about this girl, then tried to act like he didn't. We all saw him do it. He got confronted by her. He got confronted by her friend Tony. He got confronted by me. And he won't take any accountability for it. And then after that, because she called him out, he went on his stream in front of like 3 people and showed their emails, which had her full actual name in it.
That's wrong. That's wrong what he did.
And
Yeah,
showed
that's
her,
wrong. It's wrong.
Emails.
It's wrong.
He's a fucking angry little incel shit.
No, I don't agree with that.
Doesn't deserve any sympathy after acting like that at all.
This is what I've said. That he does deserve something because he served our country. Have you served our country?
Don't even start down that road. I just told you what he did. If you're going to do the stupid shit, I really don't have the time for it. I said what I had to say.
Well, then go. Goodbye.
I am going to go because you're pathetic. You can't.
No, you're pathetic.
You're just going to sit here and try
to
wash
your finger.
After what I just said. After what I just said, the kid did. You're going to be like, "Oh, did you serve the country?" Who gives a shit? It doesn't fucking mean you can do whatever the fuck you want.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
He doesn't do shit right now. He's a kid in his mid-30s.
He's not a kid.
All day, every day, living off of his daddy and slandering my.
Well, we don't know that,
online.
I don't know that. I think he showed some work.
He doesn't work. He doesn't. He sits there all day, every day, drinking. Starting at about fucking noon. He's in his prime of his working age life.
Correct.
And he does nothing. He's a fucking nothing that lives off his dad. He's
I don't know that.
Brat. His dad has a lot of money. They have like a big ass ranch and other shit.
Right.
And he just lives off of his daddy, flexes his daddy's little fucking motorcycles and cars and shit, and is, a nothing. And that's fine. You can do that. But if you're going to slander my friend, I'm going to fucking call you out.
Well, I called that out.
She's quite upset about it. She's quite upset about it. And
I thought she handled it really well.
Nobody wants this fucking little guy.
She didn't seem that upset. She seemed upset and handled it quite well.
I can assure you she's upset. She did a whole stream about it last night. She did a whole stream about it last night. She's quite upset about it.
I heard part of that.
She doesn't need, will you shut up for a second? She doesn't.
No, we're going to have a conversation.
We're not going to have a conversation. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. And
go ahead.
I got to go to work.
Go ahead, dipshit.
She had a stream about it last night, and she's not happy about him slandering her at all, trying to imply sexual stuff that they did not do. Nobody wants to be linked sexually to that little incel. And this woman does not need that with anybody here, certainly not him. And she's quite upset.
Well, I agree with you, but
go to her channel and watch her
quite upset. I watched part of it. I watched part of it.
Go to her channel, watch her stream from last night, wait for me to come up, and then you listen to how she describes it.
I heard a lot of it because I got up really early.
He's even more upset about how he treated her afterwards, doxing her and doing all this shit because he's a butthurt little fucking
he doxed her? I didn't know he doxed her.
And Napdos, you defending him? Why don't you go listen to her stream last night? You're another fucking little incel faggot.
No, he's not.
Little dork.
No, he's
Napdos,
not.
this fat little nerd. I've seen this little fucking dork.
Does he stick a finger up his butt like you?
All right, I'm done. I'm not doing the stupid shtick. I said what I had to say. If you want to defend Josh after what he did to Lonnie, you're a fucking scumbag. And so is anybody else.
No, you're the scumbag. Let me tell you.
Let me tell you why. Napdos, why don't you come up on panel for once, you little dork?
He's been on panel before. I've seen him before. He's been on air before.
Ugly little fat fuck.
Why do you go after weight? Look at you.
Oh, yeah, look at me. Put me on there. Put me on. Show me. I'm a great looking guy. I got a great looking girlfriend. Like I always do.
I got your likeness.
Napdos the incel defending the other incel.
Well,
these incels tend to stick together.
Was butt smell? You said you find good women. Was butt smell one?
She's fine. She's better looking than anybody you've been with. Caitlin is extremely good looking, and Steffi's better looking than all of them. That's my current girlfriend.
Butt smell. You said turned out to be a catfish. How's that bullshit?
She's still good looking. Even kind of fat, she's still good looking. She's still better than whatever.
But Alex, she lied.
And anyway, the bottom line is my current girlfriend's way better looking than your fucking nose picking.
She's attractive for sure.
And definitely way better looking than anything Napdos could ever get. This fucking
that's not true. I think he might be married.
He came up years ago. He's a fucking little fat Mexican.
Isn't he married?
Fucking dork.
Don't attack.
If he is, he's married to a sea monster, just like that looks like him.
So he has love, right? So because she
he
might
has
not.
love with a giant fat woman. Is that impressive?
Why are you
I
attacking
have
her
love
weight?
too,
Yeah,
Sam, with an
yeah. I
attractive
think
woman.
Mother
I have
Teresa was
love with an
overweight.
attractive woman. That's actually something to brag about.
Love
Not like,
after
oh, I
online.
love
Have you
another
met her,
fucking sea
Alex?
monster.
You love her, right? Have you met her?
I love
Because
her.
you
Yes, I
love
love
butt
her.
smell, right? Because on here you said
Okay,
you
you
love
can do
butt
your stupid
smell.
shit about May. May was fine. May's good looking too, dummy. That's a fact.
Okay,
But she's
I'm
not
not saying
fat,
she's
sure.
not, but didn't she lie to you?
She's not what
Can
she
you
said she was. That's all.
can you
That
call
doesn't
her a
mean she's not
whore,
attractive. She's still an
Alex?
attractive woman. Now, go through your stupid list, you fucking idiot. I said what
There's
I
no
had to
list
say.
here.
If you
Okay,
hang out,
go.
if you're
You
going to
can't.
sit here and defend Josh after he sexually slandered my friend, you go ahead and do that. And any of you
Well,
other
it was.
fucking nerds like this fucking dork
You
Naptos
didn't
hiding
serve our
behind some
country,
weird
did you?
avatar, not even
You
showing
didn't
a
serve our
picture of
country,
himself.
did you? Who do you serve?
Oh,
You
who
help
gives a
nobody.
shit? Did he serve our country by
Yeah.
sitting stateside and bragging about fucking being in the
No,
military?
he
Who gives
said
a
he
fuck?
was in
He didn't go to
combat,
war.
Alex.
He wasn't.
He said he did.
He wasn't in combat any more than he was in a fucking motorcycle
He
gang.
said he
lies
did.
all the time about
I
himself.
don't.
He's full of
I don't.
shit.
There's no
He's
reason
full
to
of shit.
disbelieve
He
him.
didn't serve in combat. He
You
didn't
have
fucking.
proof of
He
that?
wasn't in a motorcycle gang. He didn't do any of
I
this
don't know about
bullshit
the
that he
gang
says
stuff.
he did.
That I don't
He's a
know.
fucking lying little fuck.
Do you have proof?
Anyway, I don't have
You
time
just
for your
slandered
bullshit.
him.
You're going down.
Okay, goodbye.
That's a fact.
Goodbye.
Have him prove it.
You got to
Have
let
him
me
fucking
talk,
prove it.
Alex. You see
Have
how he
him
won't let
prove
me
it.
talk?
I'm done. I'm not letting you talk.
Okay, go. I'm removing you because you're not letting me talk. Why can't you have a conversation? What are you afraid of? You see how he doesn't. This is who you like, Steffi? I think he's a dropout. He can't handle conversation, which is why he talks over. The truth, you all, if you're listening, isn't it more complex than either or? There's good parts of Josh, and there's bad parts. I happen to believe Lonnie. I woke up 3 hours ago, so I listened to her stream because I really didn't know her that well. She didn't seem that upset. She didn't like it. She defended it, right? But she didn't seem that upset. YouTube, whatever. I believe Lonnie, though I don't know for sure. Someone in chat said, Sam Hill, I don't know Lonnie, and that's true. So I want to hear, to be fair, what Josh says. Doesn't have to be here. Don't you want to know Josh's side of the story? Alex smeared Josh. Alex said, and Josh said on air, he described a battle and said, Sam, don't bring it up. He's humble. So where's the proof of Alex, who just called Josh false valor? Okay, where's the proof? You mean there's no proof? You mean Alex can just talk over me and slander this man? Yes. If I had to, I would believe Lonnie. She seemed, she didn't like it. Was she yelling? Was she crying? No. She was very reasonable. So was she upset? Probably. Was she as upset as Alex says? She didn't come off that way. Maybe they talked privately. But then somebody said, you don't know Lonnie. And I don't. So I would say, I want to hear from Josh. Because when that one person said, I don't know Lonnie, I don't. But Alex just slandered this man. Excuse me. To say he didn't serve in combat, when Josh told me he did, Josh seemed like he was really, really upset. And when he talked about being in battle, so Alex lies. This is a man who said I'm a sex trafficker. This is a man who said I wrote my wife at 16. I did not. This is a man who said, based on RDA, who hate me, who made up things about me. My wife just said something. I don't understand. I'll be right back. I want to check with my wife. We have things later on to do today, so she's reminding me. She works later, but we have to do some things. Alex is one of the people I've dealt with, and I don't really go that many places. I like talking to people I've dealt with. Alex showed himself. He came up. He would not talk, just talk over. He slandered Josh. I think he made it like an assault. It wasn't a sexual assault. It was, oh, my battery's running down. That's it. My battery goes out. I'll just leave. So thanks for showing up. I want to hear from Josh. Alex was wrong. He's not all or not. He's flawed. But I want to hear his side of the story. Lonnie did impress me, but Josh deserves something. He's attacked by Alex, who won't even have a conversation about it. Doesn't that bother you that a man like Alex, who admits that he's verbally abused women, been dumped by 3 women, attacks me wrongly? I was saying before that this hate group said that I was going to bring a picture up, or wanted to. My wife was in a beauty contest, Miss Universe, and bring up a picture of it when she was in a bikini. No, Miss Universe, I think you have to be over 18. So what I'm saying is, this defender is not the best defender of Lonnie. But Josh gets drunk, says inappropriate things like the N-word. I have a problem with him saying that, but doesn't he deserve credit for serving the country? Maybe he drinks because of trauma. Alex said he's never been in combat. How does Alex know that? How does Alex know that? He doesn't. So he's just attacking this man, isn't he? But look at the man, Alex, his credibility. He's a real weirdo. Do you all stick your fingers up your butt all the time? Do you verbally abuse women? One time he put his hands on his butt smell. Do you do that? Do you put your hands on your partner? His bud, Poon, wished grape on a woman. His bud went after Asians. Are you all racist against Asians? I'm not. I'm married to one. So that's all. My computer is going to go out. Thank you for showing up. I'd love to stay on with you, but I actually have things to do. Thanks for showing up, Kelsey. Poon showed up with a ridiculous remark because Poon has become a buffoon and a liar. And it's a shame because Poon could be someone other than this buffoon. Thank you, Fraulein. Mimi, of course. Brittle Mafia. Steffian, Navigator. Lucille had some critical points of me, but thank you for challenging me. I like being challenged. Sometimes I'm wrong. Not most of the time, I have to admit. Tara, well, maybe I should go get a battery because Tara is challenging me and I'd like to answer. Well, I should go. Let me bring up a critical comment. When the battery leaves, the stream will shut down. Thanks for showing up. Let me see this. You are fixated on Alex, Poon, May, Lay. Whoever is most relevant in your aged and twisted mind. Well, I'm not aged, but if I was, is there something wrong about being older and twisted mind? No, these people talk about me. This is my little YouTube world. People I've dealt with. I'm not fixated. Alex, is Alex fixated or Poon or May? But I am? No, I'm not. But this is my little YouTube hobby world, and I don't go most places, and I find these people interested. So when I get off here, do you think I really think about them? Relevant? Yeah, these are the people I deal with. I'm not interested in not late pervert. It came up on my last stream, and I said, who cares? But there was interest. And I think Alex wanted to talk about him. Are you going to attack Alex for that? If anybody was fixated on not late pervert, it was Alex. Are you mentioning him? No. What does that say about you? It says that this is my hobby. These are the people I've dealt with. They've all been on my stream. I've been on theirs. I'm interested in them. Tara, you want to come up? Maybe I'd be interested in you. But so far, you're just making a critical comment in chat. And I like you challenging me. I don't think you're right. It says that I'm interested in these people. But if you want to come up, or I might be interested in you. But so far, you're just making one critical comment. A thesis should be done on you, sir. Well, make the thesis, and I'll address it with respect. Well, thank you for that. I think you bring up some points, and I think I've answered, and I think you're wrong. Fixate. How about instead of fixated, you substitute the word interested? Thank you, David. Thank you, Stephian. David, I'm feeling what Tara is saying. Well, yeah, because you're critical, and that's fine. You didn't go by boundaries, and you have a right to your opinion. That's all. Whose finger is that? A finger. I didn't actually show Alex's finger. I have showed my finger before to prove that I'm not old. I'm a gay cat. I speak only truth. Well, truth is subjective, so I don't agree with your subjective truth, ma'am. I'm a judgmental person. It's a horrible way to be. That's why I can see it in Sam. No, you can't see it in me. That's called projection. Do you dig it? Projection. Thank you. I'm finishing up. My battery's going to go, and I need to go. Not that I even want to go, but I got things to do. So thank you for showing up. I like being challenged. I do. The finger of SHA has passed the torch. I don't want to. I showed my finger. There's no torch. That I'd like talking about my finger, because if you're honest, the finger shows, it's called maturation of the hand. Then I'm not old. So it's a projective test. The neutral, or the people like me, see the finger does not show an old man. I'm not an old man. I'm not 30 in my 30s, though. Shock. Yeah, I like your challenge, actually. That makes it more interesting. Sam is voicing his opinion just like the others. Yeah, it's an opinion, but I try to. Is it factual that Alex sticks his finger up his butt to wash it all the time? Is it factual that he admitted he's verbally abusive? Is it factual that he said he beat up a man who was with his ex-wife, that he broke in the house? Is it factual that Alex had a dick off with not lay pervert, and on and on and on? Now, I can give my opinion relating to what I think about that, but the facts are what Alex said, admitted to. And you're voicing yours. And I respect that. And I like to be challenged. I do. Oh my God, the finger. Let freedom ring. Now that I agree with. USA, USA, USA. And guess who served Guess who put his life on the line? Not Alex, but Josh. The finger of SHA. There's Mojo. Hey, Mojo. Steffi Ann. Got to go off. Ricky and Tony. Joey. Ricky and Joey. Nice to see you. I don't think I've seen you here before. SHA, come again and challenge me, Lucy. I should be challenged. We should all be challenged, right? Steffi Ann is strong. I like Steffi Ann. Don't say poor Steffi. I will say poor Steffi Ann because I don't think she knows what she's getting involved with this guy. I've known this guy 6 years. Have you, Lucille? Poor Steffi Ann. Poor butt smell. I don't like her. Poor Sarah. Poor Princess Kate. Poor women who have been with this loser. Can we be honest? Donna Marie, how you doing? My battery is going to go off here, Donna Marie. JK is writing a thesis. Yeah, she's a doctoral, I said it wrong, doctoral candidate. She's going for a PhD. She's an associate professor at an American college. Pretty impressive. And last stream, whoa, she was something. She was smart. She engaged with Alex. He got all mad. There was a smart lady, an A student, dealing with a B student dropout, in my opinion. It was pretty cool. She used her wit, her intelligence, and charm against Alex, who uses anger. Guess who won? Piggies. Don't get me started. Poon Handler sold his pet. Gotta go, or I tell you the story. Come again, Lucille. Challenge me again. Wrench me? No. Why should I wrench you? The wrenches are a problem. I don't know. I like to get wrenches. I really do. But then so many people get wrenches. New people usually get timed out. So. You are righteous, icky. SHA. There's Deb. Josh did wrong. You guys aren't hearing. I started by saying Josh, I probably believe the woman he did it to. But then someone in chat said, I don't know this woman. So now I'm thinking, I'm not sure. Here's the obvious. We need to hear from Josh, don't we? To be fair on this. I wanted to see this battle between Josh and the finger, but it was taken down, so I can't. That guy, the finger, came up here. Alex the finger, but he didn't want a conversation. He just wanted to do his little propaganda dance. He didn't want a conversation. I wanted it, but that's Alex. He can't compete. He is truly, well, I think he's a dropout. It's even worse than a B student. You can see he can't engage. He can talk to JK. That's all. I don't like the guy. He doesn't like me. Lucille. Do you think he should talk about my wife? He calls her a peasant. He says she picks her nose in public. She doesn't. In their society, which she hasn't been in for 6 years, even though she goes back sometimes, they do inappropriate stuff if they were in America. She doesn't do that. How about calling out Alex for going after my wife? What did my wife do? And my computer will lose power very quickly. Bloodsucker. I want to read the comment. Josh re-traumatized a woman who was nearly unalived by her boyfriend even after she showed scars of the attack. I don't know that, bloodsucker. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just, for the first time, watched the lady stream, right? Did she sound traumatized to me? No, she did not. She did not seem traumatized. She denied it. She wasn't happy with Josh, but was she? I didn't see that. I don't know her background. I've said again, I want to hear from Josh, but he has said things he regrets. So if I had to say, I'd believe her. But I'd want to hear from Josh, not Alex, who lies. This is an important point. I respect and appreciate military members. That doesn't mean they get a pass to be an asshole. Absolutely not. But if they get drunk, maybe because of trauma of being in combat, shouldn't that at least be considered? Doesn't mean they get a pass. If they break the law, they should go to jail. But in sentencing, I think the judge would understand the mitigating circumstances. So I said to Alex, it's not all or none. Rachella said Josh drinks too much and says inappropriate things. Look, the lady didn't seem traumatized to me. She didn't like it. She talked about it. And I watched that part of the stream. So I think Alex was not telling the truth. That doesn't mean that Josh did not do wrong. If he did that, he's wrong. Don't you all get it? He said she was lying, which she proved she wasn't. If she proved he was lying, I don't approve of Josh doing that. But don't you want to hear from him? He said she was lying, which she proved. Did she show the DMs? So if she showed proof, of course, that's wrong. I will call it out. But what about you calling out him for going after my wife? What about Alex calling out the racism against Asians? Why is it just this one guy who served our country? Why? Not right. Selective, right? Again, if he did it, it's wrong what Josh did. Rachella says he often regrets it and apologizes. So let's see what happens. That's all. I'm accountable for what I saw. I haven't followed this lady. To me, she seems nice, and I'll check her out, and I'm glad I got her view. But don't you want to hear Josh's views? If it was proven he's wrong, I call it out and will. So would you all use a little intelligence and hear with a little complexity? And I said that Alex is the wrong guy to defend because he's got no credibility. If Fraulein or Presley, I respect Presley. If Presley tells me something, I'm going to respect her more than a liar. And my battery is about to give out. Thank you, guys. Thank you, RJ Adventures. And I'm putting up all sides. Josh X, according to Not Life Mike, is a compulsive liar. Can't wait till all of you find out. Deb knows. Okay. Josh is a liar, which he may be. Let's find out. That's the cool of streaming. We'll find out. You'll soon find out. Another person said Lonnie is a liar. So shouldn't we wait? And it's real. They're real people dealing with lie, truth. Who is the liar? Who is the offensive one? What's real? What really happened? These are reputations. Let's find out. Compulsive liar. My role is to just let people have their view. I'll give mine. But Alex didn't want to have a conversation, did he? Did he? He lies about everything. I'm just putting up what you all are saying. So it's only disgusting if Pooh does it. No, not at all. That's not what I'm saying. Why don't you get it? But let's find out the truth. I haven't even really watched Josh. I was up with him a couple days ago. We were just making fun. I think we were making fun of Alex. Alex said we were making fun of Pooh. Probably. Can't we make fun of people? Doesn't Poon makes up things. He said I kick dogs. Do you think I really kick dogs? What about what Poon? Look, whoever says it, including me, we should all be held accountable. That's why I like challenge. And if I make a mistake, like I made a comment about Russell, who I like, calling him Mr. Peepers, and people called me out. I lost subs. And if Russell took offense, which I think he did, I apologize. And I apologize to Russell, even though Russell Cook is having a new stream coming up. Check it out, called Peepers. So I don't know. I just have fun and call out the liars and give your truth. And don't wish death on anybody, please. Like a butt smell, wish death on me, or Alex is horrible. Why don't you call out Alex bringing up my wife? What did my wife do? He calls her a peasant. She's not who talks that way, peasant. What are we in the 1700s? She's not a peasant. She comes from a family of teachers. Would you call that out? What did my wife ever do? She's not part of this. People have different feelings toward Josh. I can't wait for Josh to get drunk and lie about Sam. It will bring, well, then I'll call it out. What's the big deal? Go up there, give your truth, and let people decide. People are pretty smart. It's all going to come crashing down on Toothpick Josh. I suspect if he's wrong, he'll apologize. But is he wrong? Shouldn't we wait to hear from him? Really? Don't you want to hear from him? No, I went all in, said I believe Lonnie, but then someone in chat said, I don't know Lonnie, which is true. So that's a good stream, a search for the truth. That's a good stream. It's not BS. Somebody's not telling the truth. And if Josh is not telling the truth, shouldn't we look at the whole person? Hasn't Josh done some good? Are you ready to throw out someone who served our country over inappropriate remarks, which he may apologize for? Or is Lonnie making up stuff, which one person in chat said? Let's find out. Presently, he's been shamed inside. No, he's probably sleeping. Why are you making no pro mafia? Let's find out what he did. I'm going through chat. I keep saying my computer is going to run out. I just want to make. I'm not just ending this because I want to. I got stuff to do. So my computer's at 3%. Thanks for showing up. The chat was really interesting. And thank you, is it Lucille, who challenged me. I like that. Most of the time I'm right. And I thought Sam was a smart guy. What did I say? Dumb. Deb, come on. You're being too hard on me. I'm trying to be fair. I do like Josh. I still like Josh. I want to hear from Josh. And I think he gets very drunk and says things he regrets. Does that mean I'm supposed to throw Josh away? I think if you were in combat with Josh, you might have a different opinion. I do believe he was in combat. I do believe he served our country. Alex offered no proof. Alex makes up things about me. And Alex honored